Well, investors, they tend to flock to U.S. Treasury bonds during rough economic times. But my next guest says that is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. So where should you stash all that cash? Ed Butowski is the managing director of Chapwood Investments. Ed, interesting idea here because we saw such a huge flight to safety this year with Treasuries.
That's right.
You're saying that's a mistake. Why?
Well, it's a mistake. In the short run, obviously everyone feels good doing that because of the volatility in the equity markets. But bonds are basically playing like the game, Muhammad Ali made it very famous, the rope-a-dope. They're sucking you in. And don't do it, Cheryl, because what's going to end up happening is when we start to see inflation into the economy, which is going to happen soon, interest rates will rise. And the #1 worst place to be is in a bond fund when interest rates rise. So be very, very careful. Don't shorten your investment time horizon. And everybody's doing that right now. Everyone's looking day to day, week by week. And if you're an investor for a week, then don't be an investor. Most investors should be looking at a time period of about a year, 2 years to 5 years. Be an investor and stay away from bond funds.
But even if that's the case, even if my time frame is the next year, I find it hard to believe they're going to raise interest rates in this country in the next year. I mean, where's that inflation? I mean, I'm not seeing it. So I would think even the next year, the bonds could be a decent investment for people that are nervous and scared, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, well, also remember this. The cost of living is not the CPI. So your cost of living is going up, on average, living in New York, somewhere around 5 or 6% a year. Now, if you're sitting there earning about 1% in a bond fund, you're losing purchasing power. But also remember, interest rates are controlled certainly by the government on the short run, okay? But the long term, interest rates can rise. So don't think that all because the government won't raise interest rates, that on the long run you won't see interest rates trade higher. That's where you'll lose your principal.
Okay, and fair enough, Ed. That's a very fair point. But I was looking from July to September, and we saw the bond market, the overall bond market, up by 3.8%. When you have people that are heavily into equities and they see the bond market jumping in, I think it is kind of a natural reaction to say, wait a minute, maybe I need to be more into the bond market. What do you say to that person?
Well, that person, I say it very simple. I'll give you that short time period. You would have been better off in treasuries, but for the rest of your life, you're probably, and history has supported this, you'd be better off having a broadly diversified portfolio. And one of the areas that we've invested quite a bit into, Cheryl, and I encourage everybody to look at, are utilities. I mean, in the last year, utilities on average are up about 11 to 13% and paying some nice dividends. So there's other places to go, not just equities as a general rule.
Interesting that you pick utilities because that is a big-time defensive sector. That tells me that you're still bearish, Ed.
Well, I'm also looking for value, and when the markets went down, utilities went down with it, and it was very unusual that happened. When money came back into the market, when things started to subside a little bit and we started to see the stock prices rise, money did not go into utilities, so there's tremendous value still in that utility sector. That's why I put money there, because I saw a lot of value.
Ed, interesting take on the bond market. Great to see you. Thank you, Ed.
Thanks, Cheryl.